5 real tips to easily learn any skill using ChatGPT. Tip number 1. Create a character. This may be time consuming and it may feel weird at first, but trust me, this is the only accurate way to get a specific result from the machine. If you want to write awfully bad jokes, you can create a middle-aged comedian. If you want a really good professor, you can just describe him, and then you make the machine play the role. And for God's sake, don't just copy any personality for your professor. Oftentimes, when I want to have a different perspective about a certain topic, I open 2 tabs of the chat, and I give personality to each of them. And the best part is that you can copy personalities from historical figures or even fictional characters. So if you want, you can have a debate between Aaron Yeager and Stalin. It's really interesting and I suggest you to try it. Whatever you create, you gotta make sure it's entertaining. That's the point number 2. Don't get bored talking to the bot. That's just painful and it's basically like going back to the classroom, so we don't do that here. Tip number 3. ChatGPT makes a lot of mistakes. But the good thing is you don't have to find them out. ChatGPT is very capable of finding its own errors. The only thing you need to say is, "Hey, something is weird with your answer right here." And the bot will say,
"Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Here is the correct answer."
So, if you copy-pasted a code snippet from ChatGPT and it gets an error, you can always straight up make the machine to fix it for you. Isn't that good? Tip number 4. Get ChatGPT Plus, it's actually worth it. If you can spend $20 a month, I really recommend it. The difference between the answer of ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4 is night and day. Tip number 5. You don't really need a prompt engineering course. The only thing you need to understand is that ChatGPT is not really clever. But it will listen to everything you have to say before delivering the final answer, so the more detail, the better. Bonus tips. If you have ChatGPT Plus, you know you have a limit of questions per hour, but you can include several questions in the same paragraph and it counts like one, so that's a tip. If you have some basic coding knowledge, you can use the ChatGPT API to automate a lot of complicated stuff for a few cents a month. And if you don't know how to code, just ask ChatGPT. And this is how I use this tool to help me learn even faster. I must say, he is pretty powerful. And although a lot of people may use this tool to cheat, I'm a huge advocate of the immense power it can have for all the people that want to self-improve, especially in areas of knowledge that are usually expensive. Now you have a personal professor that can teach you almost any discipline, give you personalized learning on demand, and tolerate the huge amount of questionable questions. That's a thing. Endure the considerable volume of dubious inquiries you pose. And put up with the many unclear questions you ask. Something fun to think about is that for this AI there is no such thing as a stupid question, just something you need help with. And even though it's clearly a robot, this is a human behavior I would like to see in more of my peers. If you like the video, subscribe, and if you don't, hit the like button. See you later.